Hey guys, you are joining me for my last cold plunge of my little contrast therapy session, and it's cold. Okay, so no, there's no ice, and no, it's not freezing. It's 50 degrees, but 50 degrees is cold for us Southern California girls. Anyways, I've been doing contrast therapy, and people do ice baths and cryotherapy and all kinds of stuff, but it's the contrast, the cold and the heat, that both are beneficial for all kinds of things, including boosting your immune system, reducing inflammation. It strengthens your heart. It's good for the mind, because here I am in 50-degree water, and there's a 104 temperature jacuzzi waiting for me, so I know that, and that's a mental game that I play with myself. But I try to do this at least once a week. Again, Huberman Lab, I followed him pretty religiously for a couple years, and used to write down. I have notebooks of notes I would take like I was sitting in class, but I learned a ton of information from him. If you don't know who he is, he's a neuroscientist out of Stanford, and he does a free public educational podcast every week and breaks down science and a lot of stuff to do with your body and health and wellness, and it's super cool. Anyways, his protocols for contrast therapy or cold therapy, I think he says 9 to 11 minutes a week, and so that's what I try to get in. Again, I'm not in super cold water, but I am uncomfortable. He also says that when you activate your shiver mechanism, you're tapping into brown fat, which is where cellulite's stored. So I always try to activate that shiver effect, because you want to tap into that, right? Anyways, it's getting chilly. The wind's starting to blow. But it's so beautiful. I'm trying to keep my mind off of it, because my body's cold. It's starting to hurt a little bit, but it's a good hurt. And I know the blood flow is going to be incredible. I'm going to switch hands so that I can get my other hand in the water. This is also good for my skin, because I suffer from eczema, and so it's really good for the blood flow and kind of healing, and it helps with the itching. And then try to get those lymph nodes in. Oh yeah, it's cold. But it's going to feel great. I'm going to sleep great tonight. Sometimes if I'm trying to get motivated or moving, I'll end with cold. But more often I'm doing it later in the day, so I like to end with the warm, because it relaxes me and helps me sleep better. I'm also going to put my face in for a second, because I kind of had sinus issues all day, and so it feels good. So you can join me for that in just a second. Feels great. Feels great on the sinuses. I've had a headache all morning, which actually, I have to say, it's gotten better. I'm going to check okay, I'm starting to shiver. Can you hear it in my voice? Going back to the jacuzzi. And I am at another 3.5 minutes. Ooh, sweet. Contrast therapy, cold therapy. Look it up. It's great. It's addicting. Feels good. I highly recommend it. Definitely got my 14 minutes in this week. Sweet. Alrighty. Back in the jacuzzi. There we go. Namaste.